I'm Chalonda, and I am 46 years old. I live in Kentucky, and I am a survivor of a rape assault by my father, and I am here to tell my story. I am the baby out of 8 siblings, all which are fairly far-fetched older than I am. I used to be a very free-spirited, happy person as a child. I have a different father besides my siblings. My mother and father was present in the home. My father, he was a decent man. I don't know what made him feel the way he did, but I guess that's the way a father is supposed to feel about their child, in the sense as being their guidance, their role model, giving them a sense of purpose as to grow as a human being. Well, the first abuse started when I was 6 years old. When you're a child and you have your parents and you have no type of red flags, because that's your safety net, that's your zone. You feel free spirited. You go as you please, you lay as you please with them. As far as how kids could just be around their parents, sitting with their parents, maybe sleeping in the bed with them. No red flags had came across my mind to ever feel like there was anything for me to worry about, because I'm a child. So those type of issues never affected my mind to where I had to have any type of doubt. Basically, I was 6 years old. I happened to want to climb into bed. You know how kids climb into bed with their parents, like want to climb up in the bed with them. I never forget, it was a song on, we used to leave a radio on at night, and it was a song by Sting called I'm Missing You. I remembered somebody touching me, and in a child's mind, you're going through your mind like, what is happening? Somebody's actually touching me, or what is going on? You don't know what to think. You're 6 years old. I felt totally violated. I hate that song to this day. So I had on these blue and white striped pajamas. All I know is that I'm laying there in the middle of the bed. My mother, she's laying to the wall, so it's like she's at the left of the wall and he's at the right, towards the floor. And the next thing I know is that I felt somebody going down in my pajama pants, fondling, going to my panty area, fondling me with their hands. And you just stiff. As a boy, you don't know. You're sleeping. You're in the bed with your parent. I didn't make a sound. I just pretend like I was asleep, because it was disturbing to my soul. I was hurt. I was crushed. That really did hurt me, because that type of feeling, somebody that you trust or that you love, taking advantage of you, and you're their own seed, their own child, somebody that can bring you into the world. God give you a gift, a blessing, to know that trust, just like that, is gone out the window, So I just laid there. And I was always taught, if somebody touch you inappropriately, you always say something. You tell, because that's the way you was brought to be raised. these things on your body belongs to you. And if somebody tries to touch you inappropriately, you make sure that you state to somebody that somebody's been touching you in that way. And I did that. I told my mother the first time he touched me that night. I told her exactly what had taken place, and she was sleeping right there. When I told my mom, her response was, "Are you sure he touched you? Are you sure?" And I said, "Yeah. You told me when somebody touches me to tell you." I said, "I have never, ever made up nothing like that. I got into bed with you. You was asleep on one side. I was in the middle. He was on the other side. And somebody went in my pajamas, and my body hurts. My stuff hurts. Because when you've been touched like that, it hurts. You've been fondled." And her exact words was, "Well, he's going to jail anyway," because he had an old charge that he had to go and do some time for. She said, "I would not let him ever touch you again." And that was it. That was all. My man started swindling and shifting because you got your parents. You tell somebody's touching you, they supposed to protect you with their life. I mean, I would be ready to actually take a charge for my child because it's your child. I just was very shocked at her response. I didn't know how to trust her. He was gone. I was 6 when that happened. So he came back when I was 8. I come home from school and he was sitting right there at the kitchen table. And I mean, when you feel like something done hit your heart and you feel like steam and feel like all your world is coming to an end, when you seen somebody that is your father staring at you in your face at the kitchen table, just imagine an 8-year-old have to come through a door and here it is again. I said, "You told me," and that's what I said because I always been a very outspoken person. I said, "You told me that you would never let him touch me again. What is he doing here? I told you that he touched me." She said, "Well, he said he's not gonna do it no more." So just imagine you taking his word over mine, really? I love my mother. I'm grateful for my mother. But she said, "Well, he said he ain't gonna do it again. Didn't you say you wasn't gonna do it?" And I just didn't know what to do. But she let him back in, and it happened all over again. And I tell you, it got bad. The fondling just wasn't fondling. There was penetration. There was oral flatire, oral sex. It was everything that got bad. But it took one of my family members to catch him in the act while I was asleep. She caught him, like she seen him through a window, and I was just getting abused so bad. And I used to pray to God. I say, "I don't know how I can take this. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to survive, because I didn't have no outlet." But God heard my prayers. He would come to me when I could be sitting on the couch, He could make me come and sit on his lap. He can take me on a country road for a drive. That's my father. I couldn't resist, that's my father. When my mother was asleep, because she was a sickly woman, she had a lot of health conditions. He would make me watch movies with him. He wouldn't make me watch porn with him. I kissed a boy when I was like 9 years old. Maybe I was 10. My father whooped me like there was nothing, because his exact words was, I don't want nobody kissing you. I am the only person that can touch you. So, of course, when you've been stimulated, actively like that, you start to act out. Because what somebody's doing to you, you do to somebody else because it's all you knew. So I became very, they called it fast in the tail. I was hot in the tail. So, it was quick to, it's all I knew, because somebody did it to me as a man, as a father. I was just doing what somebody was doing to me as far as having sex with boys, with a guy or something, because that's all I know. Ain't no 11, 12-year-old girl supposed to be having no sex. I was having sex at 11 and 12 years old. I got pregnant at 14 years old. I was promiscuous for a long time. Thank you, God, that I never got AIDS or any type of disease or anything like that to that nature, as far as something terrible happening to me. I'm not no angel or anything like that, but that's what was happening, because that's what was, it's like mechanically something that's happening to you, and that's how you was acting. Back in August of 1988, I was 10 years old. My one family member tried to kill him, and then the other one made sure he went to jail. So they were devastated. My family was devastated. I knew I was secured because I have my family members that were protecting me, because they didn't know. And I'm grateful for my family for that, So seeing him wasn't nothing to me, because I was ready to face that monster. I did feel disgusted. You do feel disgusted. You feel dirty. But to look at somebody in the face and tell them that this is what you did, but you're not gonna break me, you had another thing coming. And I don't care how far they threw you under the jail or buried you. I'm gonna let it be known that you're a monster and you deserve everything that you getting, because I'm your child. I had to testify against him, and they asked me specific questions, and that I told them exactly how it was. And I just want to make it known to people that you don't have to let this set you back. That's why I wanted my story out, so you can feel free and let other people know that people that been through something, this ain't it. That's not the end of them, because I am a survivor.